Matt Jolley, right here on Georgia Radio.
Well, I love it when friends stop by. Y'all know that. Trey Calloway is joining me now from his, are you in Nashville, Trey, or North Carolina these days?
I am in Nashville right now. Yes, sir.
But you're a North Carolina boy.
I sure am.
Yeah.
I'm heading back there next week for the holidays.
Well, that's great. Any effects of the storm where you were at?
So that's the western part of the state, and man, it got hit really hard. It's pretty bad, but they're getting the roads clear now. And no, I'm from central, what's called the Piedmont region. I'm from the central part around Charlotte. My folks live in a town called Mooresville.
Oh yeah, Mooresville. I have buddies that live down there too. From. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a great area. Monroe, North Carolina, all that area down there. Well, it gave you the start, and here you are just off and running. I want to talk about these new singles because you've got a whole bunch of them that are out right now. Back Road Believer, I love the video on Back Road Believer, and I'm sure all the folks over there at RFD TV enjoyed it too. But
thank you, sir.
Yeah, talk to me about all you got going on right now because you're just all over the map. I mean, you're playing a whole bunch up there in Nashville, and you've got new music coming out all the time, even a Christmas song. We'll get into that, but talk to me about Back Road Believer.
Took a crack at a Christmas song, but no, Back Road Believer is a song I really enjoy talking about. It's kind of a gospel tinged song that we put on the album, one of two, that one and a song called Horses in Heaven. But I hate to say it, but I enjoy talking about the fact that I wasn't so crazy about recording Back Road Believer when it first when I first wrote it. I wasn't sure if it would do well. I knew it was a good song, but I didn't know if a song like that would do well nowadays. And I'm proud to say that it was my fastest song to hit 100,000 streams. It hit 100,000 streams in like 2 days. And so I was blown away. So, the Lord proved me wrong, and I'm glad he did. I love talking about that song, and I love playing it out. People really enjoy it live. And that song was written by myself and Stephen Cade and a lady named Andy Renfrey, and they're both great writers.
Isn't that wonderful? You go up there to Nashville, and do you have a good writers group that you're a part of, or how does that work for you personally?
Well, I think it's kind of something you stumble into. It's like making friends. You just end up meeting certain writers and certain other artists that are kindred spirits with you, and you get to being friends with them, and that group in particular, I've got several different groups of writers that I love, those guys and gals, and we always write good stuff together.
All right, now be honest with me now. How much is enough for a writer's credit? If you're sitting there with your buddy and you say, you really ought to change that to this, are they looking at you like, question, hey?
That's a great question. Technically speaking, the rule in Nashville is if you are in the room when the song is being written and you contribute anything. I mean, technically, it's if you're in the room, but if you contribute anything, you deserve a writer's credit. That's how it works in Nashville, and it's an even split. I think Nashville has a good system because it's not so much like the music scene in L.A. where people negotiate percentages out there.
Right.
Like
you're not like look here, it's North Carolina rules today, boys. We're not. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
we got to.
Everything's split right down the middle here. So if there's three writers, 33%, 33.3 or whatever.
That's
I'm
great.
not too good at math.
You're a better singer, huh?
That's why I'm a singer. Yes, sir.
Well, don't get me in a room with a bunch of numbers either. Well, I think it's great, and you're just coming on strong with it. Back Road Believers out. Talk to me about the Christmas song because this is kind of a rite of passage, isn't it? You go in the studio in the summertime, you cut a Christmas song. How was that?
You kind of have to, don't you? So my manager was bugging me for a long, long time about doing a Christmas song, and I was like, I don't know. But I did. I wrote this one with my buddy J.P. Williams, and it's kind of funny. I called him up. I mean, I had like 2 days before I had to go in the studio to record it, They had booked me the session, without kind of sprung it on me and say, hey, you're going to go cut a Christmas song, so you need to have a Christmas song. So I booked this one with my buddy JP, who wrote Horses in Heaven with me. Great writer, hit writer. He's got a couple of songs that he's been a part of that have been big hits. But I went over there and man, we wrote that thing in about an hour, and it turned out really good. It's called Christmas with You, and it's really personal to me because it's a song that has to do with being out on the road during the holidays and traveling and having to be away from your family. Truck drivers or military personnel or musicians like myself. Sometimes we have to travel during holidays, and so that song's really personal to me. And I think that other people are seeming to really respond well to it too. I think maybe we struck a nerve, so that's good.
That's great. You got a lot of dates coming up, most of them up in Nashville for the rest of this month.
Yes. The rest of the year playing in Nashville mostly, about 4 or 5 shows a week. And next year we're going to get on the road more. We're going to try to get down to Texas and play some shows. We're going to try to come to the Southeast and play some shows. Potentially Georgia would be nice.
That'd be great.
Some gigs in Georgia.
Maybe you could talk to Alan Jackson. You play a lot at Alan's place up there, the Good Time Bar. Maybe he'd bring you down to Georgia somewhere. I just saw his mural there in Noonan, where he's from. They got a huge mural of Alan Jackson down there. I was downtown the other day and saw it.
I've never seen it. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it yet. I'd like to see it.
Big old mural down there. Well, there's a lot of good food down there in Noonan and good stuff. But I love that you're up there doing it right in Nashville. How many years have you been there now, Trey?
So this is I'm going on year 3. January will be year 3. So not long in the grand Nashville scheme. But, the time's really flown by. I was actually talking about this the other day, that the time has just flown by, seems like, since I moved here. And I think partly because I love it so much here. It's a great place to live and a very creative atmosphere for a guy like me. And the time has just flown, Matt. It's insane.
And everybody says it's a 10-year town,
That's what they say,
yeah.
But I'm trying to beat that.
Yeah, well,
I'm trying my best.
You're like, I got bills to pay here. I gotta have something stick. So, well, that's great. Sir. That's great. I'm just I'm glad you're making it work. I love asking this question of older artists, but it's kind of fun with new artists too. What would you be doing if you weren't doing this?
Oh, that's a big question. Well, I think
your mom and dad are probably honestly their ears are up right now.
I'd probably be in some kind of construction, to be honest with you. I'd probably be some kind of contractor. I always thought I would have done well in the military. I would have liked to join the military, potentially. I think if music hadn't worked out, I would have probably joined the military. Yeah. I got a lot of respect for our military. I thought about joining the Marine Corps when I got out of high school, but it was just music just took over my life. It was kind of it kind of picked me. I didn't really pick it.
Well, when God does that, I mean, you just headlong into the wood chipper. That's all you can do, right? So,
well, my father-in-law was a Marine. He was a Marine. He was in the Marine Corps for 15 years, and then he went in the Army for 10. He said he got tired of the PT in the Marine Corps, so he switched over to the Army. But he said he got tired of running every day.
Yeah. Well, they do like to run, those Marines. Gosh, yeah, exactly. God love them. I go out and see them every year there at Marine Corps Air Station Miramar for their big air show. Just great folks. Listen, Trey, thanks for coming on, and wish you the best of luck, especially with this Christmas song. And don't let everybody up there in Nashville give you a hard time. You could have a big hit on your hand here with this thing. It's going to be fun. And just best of luck. And if you do come through Georgia, please come see us. We'd love to have you play around here somewhere. It'd be great to see you. And look, if you're listening on the live stream right now, we're going to play Back Road Believer right after this. Trey, thanks for being here.
Thank you, sir. You have a great day, Matt.
Georgia Radio. We love you more than peach cobbler and ice cream. So glad you're here.